Now, one of the more commonly used units of energy when it comes to atomic and nuclear physics is something called the electron volt. And what the electron volt represents is the amount of energy that the electron has gained as it's being pushed through a potential difference of 1 volt. Now, using the approximate charge of an electron, which is about negative 1.60 times 10 to the negative 19 coulombs, we can approximate the amount of energy change it would experience going through that field that has a potential difference of 1 volt. Using the formula E equals the charge multiplied by the voltage, we can see that we would get about 1.60 times 10 to the negative 19 joules of energy. Now that energy, as it's going through that potential difference, that's an electron volt. So 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 joules. Why is this useful? Because we could take that ratio and figure out how much energy it's gaining as we increase the voltage in a circuit or in a uniform field. So given that 1 electron volt is equal to 1.60 times 10 to the negative 19 joules of energy, we can have an electron volt to energy in joules conversion ratio. And this is the useful ratio over here, where electron volts, the amount of electron volts, and we'll put a little number of electron volts here, is equal to the energy gained, and that's going to be in joules. And remember that as it's being forced through a uniform field, that is going to be in the form of kinetic energy, right? Because you're causing it to move. So your joules divided by the 1.60 times 10 to the negative 19 joules. So how does this work exactly? Well, we're just going to use that ratio to help with all kinds of conversions here. If I look at the first example, an electron is accelerated through a field and gains 250 electron volts of energy. What is this energy in joules? So we got 250 electron volts, and what we don't have is the energy gained, so I'll just leave that here at the top. Let's write energy gained. And then 1.60 times 10 to the negative 19 joules. And so all we have to do is just multiply both sides by that 1.6 constant here. And if we plug that into our calculator, we should get about 4.01 times 10 to the negative 18 joules. Now, let's say we want to go the other way around, where for this question, a particle has 3.20 times 10 to the negative 18 joules of kinetic energy. Express this in electron volts. So to go the other way around, well, all we have to do is we're going to use this formula directly here. So it's just going to be EV is equal to, and we're going to take that given energy, which would be the energy gained, and then we're going to divide it by the energy involved in 1 electron volt. That's 1.60 times 10 to the negative 19 joules. And when we plug that in, we got about 20 electron volts of kinetic energy. Now let's take a look at this conversion in a more typical question for your physics class in electrostatics. So for this question here, we want to determine the kinetic energy gained by the electron in joules. Well, remember that since energy's got to be conserved, whatever change in potential energy is going to be equal to the gain, or I guess the change in kinetic energy that would be experienced by the electron. So for that part, all we'd have to do is, since the potential difference here, which is our change in V, is 1500, and we know that the charge of the electron here is 1.60 times 10 to the negative 19, we can easily get our change in energy, which again, the change in potential energy is going to be a change in kinetic energy. Now, why am I looping this with this video? Because although they give us volts here instead of electron volts. For the electron, a shortcut is to remember that 1 electron volt, it is a volt that's experienced by just the electron. So 1 electron volt is essentially the same as saying 1 volt. So a potential difference of 1500 volts would yield 1500 electron volts. And so while I'm referring to this formula here, what I could really do is I could just use the electron volt formula and get the answer from here. So essentially, it doesn't really matter which formula I use because, again, my electron volt is equal to the energy gain, which would be the kinetic energy, divided by the energy that is contained in the electron or that is experienced by the electron as it goes through that electric field. So whichever one I want to use, that's fine. But this is a little bit of a shortcut. So let's say, given that it's electron volts, the topic of this video, we're going to go 1500 electron volts equals change in KE over 1.60 times 10 to the negative 19 joules. So the change in kinetic energy here would be about 2.40 times 10 to the negative 19 joules. So that answers the first part of the question here. Now for the second part, where I want to determine the speed of the electron, well, since I know the kinetic energy, we can just plug in this to the kinetic energy formula, which is half mv squared. Now, the mass of the electron is also given in our data sheet, and it's a constant. The mass of the electron, I'll just write ME, is equal to 9.11 times 10 to the negative 31 kilograms. It's a very, very small amount. It's a subatomic particle. So, if we just isolate for our V, this is going to give us our speed. And when we plug all of that in here, we end up getting about 2.30 times 10 to the 7 meters per second.